People are rightfully alarmed. They have a reason to be alarmed. And if you would vote for that, people may not feel so confident that they're safe with you. This is not crazy. This is legitimate feelings of fear of you and a feeling that you might not be someone they could trust. If this thing goes way south, autocracies go south real fast and things get ugly and people get asked to do things and turn people in, and autocracy and fascism are things that are legitimate to be afraid of.
So this is kind of an ironic comparison, but it's basically like watching the last days in the bunker right now, if you know what I mean, over at MSNBC, because they're just spiraling and doubling down on even crazier insanity and delusion. And there's no better example of this than Joy Reid. Now, what exactly is going on? Well, MSNBC and the greater media as a whole was obviously handed a crushing victory by Donald Trump's election, but we're also getting reports that MSNBC is hemorrhaging money. It is hemorrhaging viewers. Comcast may be selling off the network very soon, and even Elon Musk has joked around that he might buy it out. We'll talk about that later in the video, but first I want to focus on Joy Reid and show you the, again, insanity, delusion, paranoia that is now consuming many of these anchors. So folks, do us a big favor. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And why should you subscribe? Because it ensures we can keep bringing you these videos. We are trying to get to 400K subs by the end of the year. Help us get there, smash that red button, and help us fight back against the legacy media. So go ahead and do that. And with that said, okay, so what's going on with Joy Reid right now? Well, she's been posting a series of manic breakdowns on the internet, and I think she deleted Twitter and all this stuff. But now her newest take is that you should stay away from all pro-Trump family members, especially in regards to Thanksgiving. It's insane. Take a listen.
People are rightfully alarmed. They have a reason to be alarmed. And if you would vote for that, people may not feel so confident that they're safe with you. This is not crazy. This is legitimate feelings of fear of you and a feeling that you might not be someone they could trust. If this thing goes way south, autocracies go south real fast and things get ugly and people get asked to do things and turn people in and point people out and turn on them. And if you're voting affirmatively, gleefully for this, people might, I don't know, may not feel so confident in you anymore. That's real, and you kind of have to live with it. So if you think that you can vote for what people see as their destruction and then demand that they still are cool with you and kiki with you and have Thanksgiving with you, like, I think you're kind of missing the point of what people are upset about. They're afraid. And autocracy and fascism are things that are legitimate to be afraid of. So you may want to step back.
Like, she's just so stupid, okay? Like, literally one of the stupidest people on TV. I think her and Sunny Hostin really, like, go one for one, all right? It's like watching the Super Bowl or the national championship of stupidity on TV. But apparently, guys, you should not see your family members on Thanksgiving because they might be turning you in to the Gestapo or helping you go to the concentration camp because they voted for Trump. And that's why you shouldn't see them on Thanksgiving. Like, how just delusional and out of their mind are these people? Okay. Like, literally, she said that. She said that, like, she was saying, like, the real reason is not just the political disagreements, but it's the fact that your MAGA family members may be turning you in to, like, a gulag. Because, like, what? So again, like I said, what is going on here? Well, they really thought they were going to win this election. They didn't. And now the hysteria, the paranoia, the delusion over at MSNBC is just getting way out of hand. Okay, she's just completely ridiculous. By the way, it's funny how she points out that, oh, you shouldn't have to give table to people who voted for your destruction. It's like, I could equally argue that, guys, about Democrats and about Kamala Harris supporting friends or family members, okay? I could equally turn around and say, you voted for my demise. But we're not doing that because we're not insane. We're not crazy. We understand that even if politics is very serious, yes, it's not a game, but we separate that from our own family. Frankly, folks, regardless of our political differences or problems in this country, you have someone here, Joy Reid, who is literally trying to break up the American family and the American family unit over political disagreements. I don't care how strong they are. I think in so many ways that is evil. And that is like behavior that they want to use to basically destroy our country. Because I know it's a common conservative talking point, but it's also just true, right? The family unit is sort of the bedrock of society. When you go and break that up over something as petty as like who you voted for in the election, again, I don't care how nasty it gets at Thanksgiving. The idea you should cut off those family members entirely is just so evil. But guys, this is not the first time that Joy Reid has done this type of act, because she actually recently brought on some type of like professional psychiatrist to talk about how you actually should not see pro-Trump supporting family members on Thanksgiving. And the ultimate appeal to authority is, well, but she's a psychiatrist. She said it. That means you should believe her. It's just so ridiculous.
How do you interact with people who you know voted for this? Right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, you know, this man was calling people the B word, JD Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of Black women were incredibly triggered by that.
Oh, yeah, because by the way, it's not like Joe Biden referred to us as garbage. So in that case, if you think we're garbage, why should we have to show up to your Thanksgiving? Huh? Liberal family members? I don't know. Maybe it's the idea that like we're family. I know, Joy Reid, you're such like a bad and just miserable and just insane person that you don't really understand the bonds of something like family. Okay. Like, I think deep down, you're just like totally cynical and nihilistic and like you don't care about anything. You don't really love anything in this world. Okay, I get all of that. But that's why we put political differences aside to see our family. Okay, because we're not evil and we're not insane. That's the reason. It really is that simple. Just saying.
And if you then meet somebody and you know they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, and you know someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, you know, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who...
So seeing your family on Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's just a societal norm. You know, morally speaking, you don't actually have an obligation to do that or like see your family or care about your family or love your family. Are you insane? Are you insane? Oh, but I have a doctor's degree. There's nothing scientific about what you're saying. Okay. It's literally just personal opinions here. But look at these two characters. Look at them. Look at these two characters. What just miserable and like delusional people, honestly.
You know, have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood. And it's complete.
Kamala Harris supporters voted against my livelihood as well. Okay, they voted to send young men to World War III. They voted against our paychecks. They voted against our safety in the streets, our safety from illegal immigrant cartel members. Okay. But you know what? Again, we're putting all of that aside because it's family. You guys are not. That's the difference. You lunatics. Look at her face. Like, you can tell in Joy Reid's eyes, this person is literally insane. Like, she is literally an insane, deranged person at her core, which is very ironic that you would have a mental health specialist because literally, she is a crazy person.
Completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, you know, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me. And I actually talked to, you know, adults as well as advising parents for children. I mean, I think, you know, I don't think that you should force children. I don't think you should force adults to be around people just because they're your family. I think there's a level of, you know, need to establish boundaries. And if you feel like you need to establish boundaries with people, whether they're your family or not, I think you should very much be entitled to do so. And I think it may be essential for your mental health.
So it's essential for, like, do you realize how evil this is? Again, I don't care. You're a Democrat, whatever. It's essential essential for your mental health to spend the holidays alone and miserable. You see exactly what's going on here, exactly what they're trying to push Americans to do, because they're such miserable people. They're trying to project it on everyone else. It's essential for your mental health, if you're a Democrat, to spend the holidays miserable and alone and depressed and just like isolated from the world, because how dare you humanize your Trump supporting family? You know, it's like on one hand, I could laugh and just say, okay, bye Democrats, we don't have to deal with you. But fundamentally, okay, if we're going to like move on or heal as a country, these people have to be mass discredited. Okay, because what they're pushing is just like insane and just deranged. And, you know, it's not a problem in my family. It's not like I'm fighting for some type of like individual thing that affects me at all. But I'm just pointing out here that it's not healthy for the greater country, what they're pushing. Okay. But anyways, why is MSNBC getting so desperate? And I don't know, maybe it's a contributing factor, honestly, in why they're losing so many ratings is Comcast, as we've talked about before, is considering putting up MSNBC for sale. CNN's facing major layoffs. We've talked extensively already about the way that the legacy media is struggling. But the funniest part is that Donald Trump Jr. actually put out, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. And Elon today kind of hinted at potentially he may actually end up buying MSNBC. Now, honestly, who knows? I wouldn't necessarily give it the strongest chances of happening. And by the way, I don't think it's very profitable for Elon to buy MSNBC because nothing can save the legacy media at this point, right? Cable news is a dying platform. No matter what you try to do to it, I don't think anything's going to be fundamentally changed or fixed. But if Elon does end up buying MSNBC just so he can mess around, imagine him walking into MSNBC, Joy Reid, Joe Scarborough, Rachel Maddow, all those people have to be confronted by their new boss. It would objectively, honestly, be pretty funny. But with that said, guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. What do you think of Joy Reid spiraling into literal insanity? What do you think of Elon Musk potentially hinting he may be the new boss of Joy Reid? It's very funny to see. Be sure to leave a like on this video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And until next time, God bless and peace.